Hi, and welcome to Be Your Own Hero. Let me ask you something. If you were thinking about having a relationship with yourself, would you swipe right? That's something to think about because today we're going to look at a really important question, and that is, what does it mean to have a good relationship with yourself? Hi, I'm Tanya. I'm a self-development educator, and I'm here to help you build the most important relationship, and that's the one that you have with yourself. On my channel, we'll explore how liking yourself and trusting yourself is the ultimate key to gaining more success in life, love, and money. Why? Because when you become somebody that you can trust and enjoy being with, there's just no limit to what you can achieve. So let's get into it. The concept of be your own hero is this. Good relationship with yourself, it's similar to a healthy relationship with somebody else. So think about the relationships you value the most and what makes them so special. Is it trust? Is it respect or mutual respect? Is it kindness? Good communication? I think it's probably all of those things or most of them. So now let's turn that lens inward. Think about yourself. Do you even trust yourself? Do you trust your own judgment? Or you're always second guessing? Do you trust yourself to follow through on your goals? Do you treat yourself with respect? So what about when you make mistakes? Are you kind in the way that you speak to yourself when you make mistakes? These are the foundations for liking and trusting yourself enough to become more confident and successful in your life. So on this channel, that's what we'll be building together. So how do you start building a better relationship with yourself? Okay. So today I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to get you started. The first step is to check your inner dialogue. You need to pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Are you encouraging or are you your own harshest critic? The way that you talk to yourself, it really sets the tone for your entire self-relationship and the relationships you have with others. So imagine that you're learning something new, like maybe you're cooking a fancy dish or learning a new job. If you mess up, what do you tell yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're so stupid, that you always fail? If so, you're not setting yourself up to feel confident to try new things in the future. So rather than beating yourself down, you could choose different language, such as, it's okay to make mistakes. This is how we learn. Okay, so we can do better next time. It's fine. So think about how a supportive friend or a mentor would talk to you. Would they berate you for burning the pancakes? Probably not. They'd probably laugh and, they'd laugh it off, hand you a new pan and encourage you to try again. So this week, start paying attention to how you speak to yourself. When you catch negative thoughts, pause and ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love? And if not, you need to reframe it into something constructive. So next time you feel frustrated, instead of saying, I'll never get this right, try saying something like, well, I'm learning and progress takes time. Okay? And if you make a mistake, instead of saying, I'm such a failure, say, it's okay to make mistakes. That's part of my growth. So after a while, this more supportive style of self-talk will just become second nature, and you'll be able to build a more compassionate relationship with yourself. Okay, and this is so important because if you want other people to treat you well, you need to treat yourself well. All right, step 2 is to keep promises to yourself, right? So just like any relationship, trust is built through consistency. Practice keeping promises to yourself by setting small goals, like, for example, drinking more water or taking a short walk each day. And the key will be to follow through. Each time you do, you'll strengthen your own self-trust. And trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, including the one that you have with yourself. So here's an example. If you had a friend who always invites you to coffee and they're always saying, oh, yeah, let's catch up like next week, and make the plan, but then they cancel every single time, how much are you going to trust them after that? Probably not much. So the same things happen to yourself when you break promises to yourself. So what things do you tell yourself that you'll do that you don't do? Okay, maybe you'll tell yourself you'll wake up early and exercise, or finally start that side hustle that you've been thinking about. But then you just keep hitting the snooze button or procrastinating on getting started with your goals. Each time you do this, you chip away at your own self-trust and you lose confidence. So what's the solution? The solution is to start small. So try choosing one promise that you know that you can keep. So an example might be to drink 1 glass of water per day and do it first thing in the morning. Or maybe spend 5 minutes a day journaling or something like that. Within a month or so, you'll be feeling more confident and ready to tackle some bigger challenges. So step 3 is to celebrate your wins. Many of us, most of us probably, we're too quick to criticize ourselves and too slow to celebrate. So take a moment every day to acknowledge something that you did well, no matter how small. And over time, this will help you build confidence and self-respect. So when was the last time you genuinely celebrated something small that you achieved? We often focus on so much on what's next that we forget to acknowledge what we've already accomplished. So take some time to enjoy where you are as well, even if you're not where you want to be yet. So I don't want to sound cliche and say enjoy the journey, but yeah, you need to remember to enjoy the journey. For example, a friend of mine recently told me how they managed to complete their first 5K run. But instead of feeling proud, they were like, oh yeah, it's only 5K though, it's not like I ran marathon. This kind of thinking robs you of the joy and the confidence that comes from progressing. 6 months ago, she wasn't able to run 5Ks. So it's a really great achievement. So even if the goal is to be able to run 10Ks, it's still an achievement that should be celebrated. Right, so to break this habit, you need to start celebrating all your wins, no matter what the size. So, in fact, the smaller the better. Did you clean your room after putting it off for weeks? Amazing. Treat yourself to a few minutes of relaxation. Did you speak up in a meeting even though it was scary? That's huge. Write it down in a journal and remind yourself of that courage when you need it. All right, so here's a fun tip. Try keeping a win jar. So a win jar is every time you achieve something, write it on a small piece of paper and then you drop it in the jar. And then at the end of the month, you go through all the notes and you see how far you've come. This practice trains your brain to focus on your achievements rather than on your shortcomings, which is really a game changer for building trust, respect, and confidence in yourself. All right, so those are the 3 steps to help you build a great relationship with yourself and to ultimately define more success in all the areas of your life. So these 3 steps, checking your inner dialogue, keeping promises to yourself, and celebrating your wins, they might seem simple, but they're incredibly powerful. When you practice them consistently, you'll notice something amazing. You'll start liking the person you see in the mirror. And when you like yourself, everything else, confidence, success, relationships, they all fall into place. So try these out this week and notice how it feels. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And let me know in the comments what's one thing you already do to show yourself love and kindness. I'd love to know. So thank you for watching. And remember, you don't need external validation. You can be your own hero.